Hola, hola. Good evening. I had to lay down. Baby, I ate me some of that banana bread with that butter on it and 3 pieces of bacon, honey. It was the perfect balance between sweet and salty. And before I knew it, I was in my bed taking me a nap. I ain't put on no potatoes, no onions, no nothing, baby. I laid myself down. You hear me? Did. That stuff, it hit just right. It was good. I was going to fry me an egg. I said, don't do it. This is enough. This is enough. Hey. Hey. Turn this other light on. It snowed everywhere. I had to go out there and get all of that snow off my car. Whatever. Miss having a garage. You ain't got to worry about that when you got a garage, honey. You just go on out there and get on in the car. It's all nice and toasty. No snow, no mud, no nothing. You know. And this lash, I done went to sleep, y'all. They're probably coming off. It is what it is. Good evening, everybody. It's cold. Very. It's like 27 degrees or something. And then it's going to not snow tomorrow and snow the next day. Hey. Oh, don't worry about it, Liz. Don't worry about it. I probably need to go have my eyes checked. That's all. That's it. It's time for some new glasses. And seeing as how my other ones walked out the house, I just got to go get some. That's it. But you can tell I was sleep, because, baby, I smashed this lash and I sleep like that. Hey, T. Hey, everybody. Miss Lauren, Miss Duncan. Good evening. So, look. I just woke up. I ain't even really been up like an hour, I don't think. But, I wanted to show y'all something. I think this is up too bright or something. We have to figure this out. Let me try that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I saw. Hey, Sarah. I saw that Walmart is really doing that thing to where I guess like starting in January or wherever it is, whatever time, the only way that you can use that self checkout is if you pay the money, right? I guess it won't work for you if you don't have some kind of login thing or whatever, right? Y'all know what it made me think about? And I pulled it up because I want y'all to see it. Y'all want to know what it made me think about? Do you? Yes? Because I want to tell y'all what it made me think about. I really do. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all. T. Yep, Auntie Nancy. Look. Make sure the volume is up. Okay. See, I thought it was on my headphones. Y'all ready? Look at this.
You see represented by this symbol, UNITE. The United Nations Imperium of Total Emergency. The Imperium is designed to exercise total power for as long as the emergency exists. And as yet, no final judgment has been made as to the exact nature of the emergency. But UNITE is anxious that, until such judgment has been made, all feelings of panic and fear be held in check. The Imperium is made up of leaders from 10 major world powers, consisting of 6 committees from within those countries of 6 members each. You can be sure that the Imperium, while taking absolute control of world government during this emergency, will truly represent your feelings and needs. It is because of this potential threat to our entire planet that this one world government, the Imperium, has been formed, and each member of the World Council wishes to assure those of his fellow citizens that as soon as the emergency is passed, we will return to self-rule for all nations.
Hold on.
The Imperium in no way wishes to infringe upon the rights of the citizens of the world. It is just a simple necessity that each of us identify with Unite and fully support its progress and strategy. Before the emergency, we were at each other's throats. Let unity be the positive result of our common dilemma. Report today to your local Unite Identification Center and show yourself a true citizen of the world.
Name?
Ruth Matney,
Address?
7110 Oliver Smith,
Zone?
25.
Back of the hand or forehead? Name?
Ruth Matney,
Address?
7110 Oliver Smith,
Zone?
25.
Back of the hand or forehead?
Will it wash off?
No, it's permanent.
Back of the hand.
Put her right there. I'm not afraid to be a good citizen.
Name?
Ernie Gebhardt,
Address?
1334 East Oak Park,
Zone?
Zone 50.
She couldn't go in that nail store. Right? Yes, we do. He informs himself. I just said that's why I'm showing folks. That movie is called Thief in the Night. Okay? When I saw that you will only be able to do self-checkout at Walmart and you're going to have to pay for it, I said, oh, this is sounding real familiar. I think I seen this at church. Yeah. Some people just went and watched it recently. But baby, if you go watch that little time between, let me see if she do the nurse part right here on this one. I know it's one when a woman walking in the hospital talking about her baby is Something's wrong with her baby. And that lady said, take the mark and your baby can eat. Ain't nothing wrong with your baby. Your baby is hungry. You said y'all the other day, self-checkout recognized my face. Yep. Tell me that ain't that in the beginning. Well, we already know what it is, but when I saw that, I'm like, with the scarcity of what's getting ready to happen, with the scarcity of what's getting ready to happen, with all of the food and stuff, that's going to be easy to do. Right on time, rotating and organizing my pantry. Sarah, we there, Sarah. You understand? That's about to be easy to do. Did y'all see what Trump said? He putting 100% tariffs on anybody that's in BRICS. Do y'all know how much stuff we get from them those countries? There's Russian bullets that you can buy that are going to be super expensive, and they say Russian ammunition is the cheapest ammunition you can get. I got some. It's like the cheapest you can get, and it's about to go up. 100% tariffs on anybody that's in BRICS. That's not counting the tariffs he putting on Canada and the tariffs he putting on Mexico. You said coming home from vacation, TSA didn't need my ID because they used my facial recognition. Hold on, here go our part. Look at this.
The forces which brought about the emergency. It has therefore been declared by our leaders that in the interest of world safety, all people who do not bear the mark of unite are subject to arrest and prolonged. Declared by our leaders that in the interest of world safety, all people who do not bear the mark of unite are subject to arrest and prolonged inconvenience. The Imperium wishes all citizens to understand.
It told me on the screen it was recording for security purposes. TikTok just told you that. They really will go on and record this too then. Oh, Walmart. Got it. Thief in the night. I needed to get to my part, but moving on. Y'all got it, right? Y'all see that? She couldn't go in no stores and buy nothing because she didn't have that ID. And at first it was voluntary, right? At first it was voluntary. Then it was, if you don't get it, now it's a problem. Sound familiar? Come on. Where have we heard that it? Where they said, oh, it's just voluntary, and then it was mandatory, and then That part. Okay. So when I saw that about Walmart, even though we already knew, I said, dang, we closer. Because they already starting to put a difference in people that have a certain thing and people that don't, which that's been here forever. But it's really working out now, ain't it? Yes, I did. Hmm. Yep. I used to own all of them. Hmm. I'm just talking about that specific part because it made a lot of sense as to what's going on right now. Who remembers when we just was looking into, I think it was either late 22 or early 23, or it might have been early 24. These years have gone by so fast, I don't know. When it was talking about the disaster, pandemic something. Y'all remember? And it was like if it was a whole bunch of natural disasters, if raw broke out or something else, like another pandemic, they could do XYZ. Y'all remember that? We started looking into that, right? I can't remember which year it was because we're almost at 3. But we looked at that and look at all the natural disasters that have happened that have decimated the. Okay, thank you. Right? Then it said like if it was like a cash, if it was an economic disaster type thing, all of those things have happened since we studied that. There's social unrest, there is the natural disasters, and there's sicknesses coming out all of a sudden now again that they said they ain't seen since Blase Skip Wooty Wop. All of that since we, the public, found out about it has started to happen. I want to say it was late last year, maybe early. I don't know. I just know we was looking into it. I don't know if it was late 22, early 23, or this year. But I know we looked into that. And all of that plays a part in what we just saw in that movie. Hey, Pumpkin. I said, well, okay. Then you know what else I thought about? All of these UFOs. Do y'all remember we read that the angels was going to start coming down here and getting ready? They was going to be watching over folks. Not that they weren't already, but the warring angels. God would be getting his armies together. And now all of a sudden, the very lights that my ex-husband used to call me crazy and say that's a star or a plane. And I said that is not a star or a plane. The way that it is moving, they're showing up everywhere. Could it be because more demonic forces are moving around? Could that possibly be it? This almost also makes me think about, again, the princes of darkness and where they reside. Think about that. Where did God say he was going to be at? In the what? When he come back, where he going to be? In the sky. He said he was going to come on a cloud, be in the clouds, which is in between heaven and earth. Where do we keep seeing all of these supposed UAPs or whatever they call them? Where do we see them at? Do they be real low to the ground or do they out in the clouds? Most of them is hovering. And we talked about the angels making their way back down here right before. Y'all remember us talking about the angels coming down and sealing the heads of God's people? Marcus, go have a seat somewhere. Go do something else, baby. I say go teach your class. If you know so much, I need you to go on over wherever you normally be at on your line and tell everybody everything you want to say. Okay? Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, go on and tell your story, Pumpkin, wherever you want to, just not in my life. Thank you, Pumpkin. It's funny, you can feel that, but you can't feel when you being annoying. I say don't try to feel for me. I say feel for you. Like read the room feel. So you feel that I'm one of them, but you don't feel like you annoying. Well, looks like you need to be focusing on how you feel and how you make other people feel than what you think about other folks, because they don't really care. They don't. Well, I can't say they don't. I don't. I think you need to feel that you're being annoying. That's the feelings you need to be worried about. Oh no, Valerie, we don't do that here. I got it, Pumpkin. We don't add people, Val. Because then they think they can keep talking. No, he's talking to me. I got it. I don't have nobody running interference for me. I'll take care of it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I believe that the seals. Okay, yeah, but see, one of the rules here, Pumpkin, is I don't let people add people so we can keep a kind of smooth thing. Because when you start adding people, then they think they can stay, and so then you make them relevant. And I don't do that. When people are getting on my nerves, I ignore them. So you might not know because you might be new, but yeah. That way they just go on. It's like ignoring the bad kid. And once you ignore them for so long, they go find somebody else to pinch. You know what I mean? Or rip their paper up. You just ignore them and then you don't have to worry about it. That's what I've been doing. And it's worked out pretty well. Back to what I was saying. So, I believe that the lights that we are seeing are some of the fiery chariots that we've been reading about. I believe some of the orbs that we have been seeing are, I can't remember is it the seraphim? Which one is the ball? Angel. Which one is it, y'all? Is it the seraphim? I can't remember exactly which one. The one that's the ball. Which angel is it? Y'all remember? The Ophanim. Okay. The Ophanim. Okay. So I believe that's what we're seeing, but think about spiritual things. God has to give it to us in a way that we can understand it. I believe so. I can't remember if it's the seraphim or the Ophanim. I can't remember which one, but y'all know the one I'm talking about. So with that, I think that these orbs that we are seeing, are exactly that. But think about how many people have gotten a chance to see an angel in its form, or went to hell or heaven or whatever and got a chance to see an angel in their form. I think they're coming to seal heads too. Because remember, God said that he was going to seal it was going to be a mark on his people's forehead too. I think that they could possibly be here to seal the foreheads of God's people as well, because the whole marking system is about to be here shortly. Well, I mean, it's here, but think about that. And God said that he was gonna mark his folks too. What if that's what they're here doing? Because the devil is going to have a mark on his people, and God said he was going to mark his people. We would have a mark as well. Yeah, you said right now, right. I mean, no, this is not the 144,000 theory. No. God is going to mark his people, and the devil is going to mark his people. This is why the mark is going to be so huge. What's up? Yeah. Right. Right. Don't let it pass me by either. Yeah. I believe there are a lot of the things, because I remember when I was young, they used to say, they gonna say it's aliens and it's really angels and demons. This is what they say all the time, right? Excuse me. And now all of a sudden that the government says that they're real, now they're just letting us see it. Everybody is posting, they seeing these orbs and all of that kind of stuff. They been knew they was real, and they was locking folks up that had real interactions with them so that they could get the information and try to use it to talk to them or see if they come back to get them and all of this stuff. But think about this. Anytime that a person had an interaction with a real angel, what wasn't their countenance change, or if they whenever they had a reaction with an angel, there was something that was different about them when they did, right? They could see different things. They thought differently. Their thirst for certain things changed because they either wanted that experience again, or they didn't feel safe enough to be outside. But they were different after this interaction, whether it be good angel or bad. They was different. Some of the people were radioactive, right? A shoal or trumpet or staff, and it's amazing wonder, have you seen it or heard of it? Are you saying, have I heard the trumpets blowing right now, or are you asking me? I don't know. I guess I don't know what you're asking. I don't know. Have I seen the video with the horns blowing? Like the trumpets blowing? Yes. I don't necessarily know about the angels in the clouds, but I have seen the videos of the horns blowing. You've heard the trumpets blowing. Okay. Interesting. Hey. Hold on, Auntie. Remember they said the satellite saw something out there in space? I might remember. I can't. Had a dream of ash in the air, very heavy, and a ring of fire opening in the sky. When, Auntie? Last night? Last night you did? Two nights ago. Well, all I'm going to say is I think we getting ready to see some amazing things. I really do. And the way that everything is playing out with our grocery stores and the tariffs and all this kind of stuff, I think we're a lot closer than what people think. I really do believe that because everything is playing out just right. My son had a similar dream 2 nights ago. Interesting. 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 Hey, I gotta update my iPad. Interesting. And somebody trying to take my mask off. Interesting. Just take a deep breath. Okay, I have to look it up, Punky. He said it was a nightmare. You so ready to go home. Listen, this is the thing. Yeah. I'm You had a dream of the bride. Better get ready. Interesting. Interesting. This is the thing, y'all. That's why I said this is not a game. It's a whole bunch of people out here faking Christianity. But the tribulation is not fake. The Antichrist is not fake. God is not fake. The angels are not fake. A family member had a similar dream. The stars were falling in a ring of fire. Listen. I'm trying to tell you right now, God is warning people about what's coming. I remember my son's grandmother told me about 23 years ago that Donald Trump was the Antichrist. I don't think he's the Antichrist. I don't think he's the Antichrist. I think he's assisting. All of these leaders are. They're assisting. Yeah, I don't think he's the Antichrist. I mean, but he's about to help put the Antichrist. He's going to be one of the kings, probably. Yeah, he's going to be one of the kings. But think about it, though. There's going to be the kingdoms and then the leaders, right? He's one of the kings. That's why he's saying and doing whatever he wants to. And if you look at how he's moving, it's just like a radical king would act. If you defy me and I don't like it, blah, 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 off with your head type stuff. Thank you. He's like the heart. Is it the heart witch? What's her name? The heart queen. Is that her? Yeah, because she had them heart things on her lips, and her skin was real pale. She had bad makeup too, and her hair was always, the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, he act like the Queen of Hearts. That's why I'm gonna start calling him the Queen of Hearts. Don't he act like the Queen of Hearts, man? Because don't nobody want to pay no attention to him and stuff. Off with your head. And mistreating everybody around him, and they all fake and got big fake noses and stuff. Because her head is bulbous, and so she want to he act just like her. Got the beautiful lines and everything. He act just like her. So we gonna now refer to him as the Queen of Hearts. Because that's who he act like, the Queen of Hearts. Mm-hmm. You said his head is in the temple, yeah. It's okay, y'all, but y'all have to think that the Antichrist has to come acting like Jesus. Donald Trump cannot do that. He don't know enough scripture. So to deceive even the Christians or the people that follow God, he's going to have to know the word. He don't. He holds the Bible upside down. It says even the very elect. Well, the people that know God know that nigga don't know the Bible, so that he ain't gonna work. It's gotta be somebody. Do you hear me? It's got to be somebody that knows the word enough to even fool the Jewish people. God wasn't worried about the world being deceived. He knew they would be deceived, but it's going to have to be able to almost fool the Christians, the religious folks. Donald Trump ain't doing that. Not to the people that really read the Bible, he ain't. So it can't be him. I see they made him the prince or whatever, but he just probably going to be one of the kings, you know. I mean, America's the great whore anyway, so we just the whore of Babylon over here. She was going to have a part in a lot of what was going on. Here we go. Right. Right. So with that, I do think that it's interesting that we right here, you know, and then, like I said, learning about the ports, he better be coming in the clouds then. But he walking around, right? Yeah. 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 This is the thing. They found the Messiah, y'all. They found they fake Messiah. And right around the time when the armies and stuff is getting ready to be ramped up, he'll be here 3 years, 36 months. Right around the time everybody is trying, right around the time that our economy could crash, because it's going to take a minute for it to crash, maybe a month and a half or so. Maybe 2 months max. Well, 2 months from January, if the tariffs is real crazy, is March, the end of March going into April. The end of the first quarter, which is the same time that man came 3 years ago. Which is the same time that the dude in Russia said he's going to make sure he's amping up his soldiers, and other people are too. The King Charles, or whatever his name is, he just told the UK people, get ready to fight valiantly and blase skip. You hear me? Exactly. So every single thing that is happening now, I just saw Israeli hit some more regular people. Well, they doing stuff they wouldn't normally do. They're hitting NATO people. They're hitting people that don't have nothing to do with whatever else it is they killing. It's innocent blood. And I'm not saying the Palestinians that they're fighting against are not, but I'm saying that the people that they're hitting regular houses and regular cars and not army vehicles. From what I understand, that didn't, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't used to be a thing, but it ain't like it is now. Well, guess who's over there? And if you've ever seen Left Behind, the first one, you'll understand how that spirit of the person worked. And so it makes sense. Because he's murderous. This is why as soon as he came out, everything started failing, because he's sucking the life out of everything around him. And most of the people that are following him is because they want power. And if you think about it, I hate to say this, but oh boy, the Queen of Hearts, he act just like Lucifer in a lot of ways. Lucifer was mad because everybody didn't pay attention to him. He's always boasting about how whatever, and he's nothing. He always screwing somebody, taking something from somebody, and lying. And riling people up against people that ain't did nothing to him. This is Lucifer's game. Exactly. This dude is following in his footsteps. So anybody that wants power and feels like, because think about it, and folks ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but I'm about to say it. The only reason these racial laws are being put in, these diversity laws, first of all, The Bible talks about the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy, but it also talks about him dividing things, right? The divisiveness. So with that, okay, he don't want to make better because they tired of looking at sports and it's people of this dominating. They're tired of looking at medicine and it's these people dominating. They're tired of looking at music and no matter what genre it is, it's these people. When you look on the food, who's swinging the trends? These people. Who say what's cute and what's not? These people. Don't nobody be looking that way for nothing. Nothing. Not had a seasoned chicken, not had a tie up, nothing. We can say a word today, and it's going to be lit tomorrow. Everybody, old white folks, old Spanish people, everybody going to say it. When you go scroll through on TikTok and every other social media, you don't hear a lot of alternative music. It's a certain kind of music you hear. Wouldn't you be angry if no matter how much you try to keep your opponent down, you can't not see him? Wow. Uh-oh. And when he can't get his way, he likes to put his hands on people or put hits out on people like he did in the book of Adam and Eve. And he came to set the captives free. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. So you recognize the spirit you're dealing with. But the moment we go create our own over there, they come and kill and destroy it. Interesting. You said just like Ramses, no matter what he did, God kept multiplying the Israelites. Interesting. We don't die, we multiply. You hear me? And it sucks to say that that's what it is, but that's what it is. This is why the DEI is going away. Because you always going to look like the best if there ain't nobody competing with you. Ooh, woo. If there ain't nobody competing with you, you always going to look like you the best. But what really eats you up is they ain't in competition and they still killing the game. Ain't even paying no attention to you, don't care what you're doing, and still you got your nose over there because you're mad because you can't be a part of. Oh, baby. Just crazy. Sound like Lucifer to me. If I can't be with my dad and I can't be the apple of my dad's eye, nobody will. It's sad. Hold on, y'all. Let me make me some coffee real quick. crazy. Did Jesus bring unification or did he bring division? What was his goal? You said that's why temptation has been in an all-time. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he brought God. Jesus brought unity. Jesus was telling people it don't matter what they act like. Just chill out. He tried to unify Sumerians and Israelites and Scythians and Jews, everybody. Romans, sinners. He said, you not much different from her. And she not much different from you. Hear me. G said everybody welcome. The dirty people, the sick people, the cheats, the lie, everybody was welcome. And he didn't put no people above any other people. If you wanted to learn, you could learn. If you wanted to know God, you could know God. There was nobody that Jesus didn't offer God to. So how can you be a man of God and the first thing that you want to do is create the very hierarchy that God said we shouldn't have? How many times did you see God dividing people because of their sins? I want the liars to sit in this corner while I preach. And I want the whores to sit over here. And the thieves, I want y'all right in front of me. And the backstabbers to the left and in the back. Did you see Jesus doing that? Or was it just crowds of people? You don't think that it was thieves, it was liars, it was everything that the world needed to be saved from had to be in that group, right? Whatever that sin in God's eyes, not our eyes, whoever was in that group, I'm sure it was one of each sin probably. 4,000, 5,000 people. You don't think it was witches in there? You don't think it was, everything that the Bible says is sin in those situations? You don't think they was there? We know they was. He did not divide people because of their sin. He didn't divide people because of how long they had been in sin. He didn't divide people because of their color. He did not divide people by their career. So if a person says that they are a Christian and they are creating a divide, you might want to go back and look. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Romans 16 through 18 says, greet one another with the holy kiss, and all the churches of Christ greet you. I appeal to you, brothers, to watch out for those who cause divisions and create obstacles contrary to the doctrine that you have been taught. Avoid them. For such persons do not serve our Lord Christ, but have their own appetites. And by smooth talk and flattery, they deceive the hearts of the naive. How many Queen of Hearts supporters you feel like they was naive? And with flattery and deceitful talk, he got what he wanted. Did he not? But what he is teaching is getting ready to cause, it has already caused families to divide, marriages to divide, businesses to divide, the country divided. No? He ain't even in office yet, and the divide is already there. People are just saying, ooh, wait till he gets in office. Ooh, wait till he gets in office. Sad part about it is the effects of him being in office already done started. It's bad when your reputation precedes you and it starts to make people lose money and you ain't even in office yet. Businesses is already closing down and firing folks, and you ain't even in the office yet. So what y'all think gonna happen when he There are women that said they're not going to bear children anymore. A whole bunch of women ran and got birth control. We just read the other day in the Sibling Oracles when it talks about when women stop giving birth. Look up. How many women, millions of women in America ran after the election and got birth control? Some of them got completely fixed because they said, oh, absolutely not. I won't be putting myself in danger. It talked about when the Antichrist was getting ready to come to power that women was about to say, yep, I'm not doing that. Well, that became official November 6th, didn't it? Did it? Sorry, y'all. I forgot. I started my coffee. It's a lot going on. I was talking to my brother the other day, and we was talking about, I was reading him the scripture where it talks about all these babies being born with gray. And while in my phone, soon as I talked to him about it, it was a mom and a dad on my TikTok. I mean, a dad and a little daughter. They had the gray stripe, and she was probably 2 years old or something, and she had gray in the same place her daddy did. Right. Now, what if, because we made out of dirt, right? Do y'all agree that we made out of dirt? And the earth is getting older. Hey, do y'all believe that the earth is tired? She's waxing. Well, the Bible already said it. We read it in the lost books too, that she's getting older and she's tired, right? She can put out all these people and they still keep getting evil. What if that's one of the reasons why the babies are coming out with gray? Because it actually shows the sign of the age of the earth, seeing as how we all her kids. Babies didn't used to be born with gray hair, but the earth is old. The Bible talks about her waxing and waning and getting old. What if that is a sign of the actual earth, our babies that are brand new coming out with gray hair? Well, you have to be in live to get wisdom, baby. They brand new. You got newborns coming out with whole gray patches down the middle of their head. Not just one or two gray hairs, they whole front part like they've been here before. They ain't lived nothing. How you wise and you just got here? Just recently, a woman of 12 to 16 weeks could give birth and the baby would live. Could you imagine having a baby at 13 weeks? You only being 13 weeks pregnant and having a baby and that baby living? The baby is like this big at 13 weeks. If that, maybe this big. But in 2020, that happened. The little baby, she was an African baby. Her mama gave birth to her like 15 weeks, between 12 and 15 weeks, and she lived. But this whole NICU thing with the babies, them being able to keep babies alive earlier than 5 and 4 months or 5 months, was like the 70s or late 60s when they was finally able to do that. You said mine was 14 inches and 2 pounds 3 months early. So imagine only being 3 months. Three and a half months and you give birth and your baby lives. That happened in 2020 or 2021. But that's also in the lost books of the Bible. It's not in our KJV, but it's in our lost books of the Bible. You said it's a family in my city. All their babies were born with skunk stripes. Interesting. You said giant babies are born early. Mm-mm. I'm just saying, think about it. There's a lot of these things that have happened in the last 10 years. Yeah. You can look it up. And she danced when she was like 9 months old. Auntie, I have a question. Do you think the world is a repeat? Yes. If the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, that means it's already been here before. That would be a repeat. Not the people, but the situations. If there's nothing new under the sun, that means there's no new technology. Nothing new under the sun means there's no new technology. Everything has been here before. Not us, but everything in our world has already been here. I was looking, what was I looking at? I was watching something and it was going over some area and I was just looking at how beautiful it was and realizing that Solomon and these people actually walked there and went there and did these things. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Babies in my family, they walk early too. 6, 7 months, 8 months. They be walking. Yeah. Same situation, different day. Exactly. But the craziest thing, God said this time it's going to be worse than it was last time. So that is the new thing. And that's funny because we're getting a new world order. Everything that we see has been here, he said, but the stuff that's coming now, it's going to be even worse than it was back then. Because we are a more wicked generation. How do you get more wicked than throwing babies into the fire? How are our imaginations even more wicked than the first people? I was reading in Revelations and I was like, God, trying to play God. Come on, Rika. I was like, Dad, I need for you to help me because I think it was. Can y'all go to Revelation 7 real quick? I'm in the ESV, English Standard Version. Not ERV, ESV. On Bible Gateway. All right. It says, after this I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth, that no wind might blow on earth or sea or against any tree. Then I saw another angel ascending from the rising of the sun with the seal of the living God. And he called with a loud voice to the 4 angels who had been given power to harm earth and sea, saying, do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of the seal was 144,000 sealed from every tribe in the sons of Israel. Skip down to 9, y'all. So it says, after this I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could number, from every nation, from all the tribes and peoples and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. And all the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the four living creatures, and they fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders addressed me, saying, Who are these clothed in white robes, and from where have they come? And I said to him, Sir, you know. And he said to me, These are the ones coming out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. He sealed the 144,000 first. But you had to be sealed to get where you was going, or you wouldn't have been up there with the robe. You would have been in another place. So the angels are coming down to seal God's people because he know that the devil is about to seal his. Like lights from the sun? You mean like all the lights everybody is seeing in all of these places? Over every city, over every... God's sealing his people too. This is why the ID is so important. You said, who your daddy is. Come on now. Now you understand why the real ID is so important? They don't care about no fraud. They are frauds. Lucifer needs a way to seal all of the people that he wants to go to hell with him. And the easiest way to do it is the real ID. And he know people's stomach most times is their God. Money be their God. You won't be able to buy or sell. Interesting. This is why the real ID is taking over. This is why they go scanning your face. This is why. And then think about this too. Angels can look like people. Their insides might not be the same, but the outside might look like us. They look like us, but their insides might not be ours. So when they scanning, they can scan your bone structure. They can scan all of that. They know where your veins is pulsing at and everything. So they gonna know who human and who ain't. Because what if an angel is trying to walk into a place and trying to get some people out of there? They're not gonna want that. My grandma has told me my whole life, angel walked up to her one time at her farm. It's a real thing. Angels can look like regular people. The Bible says that. You never know when you entertain one. Them was the people that come and snatch the people out the cars and save them and drag them up to the thing. And they be like, nobody was there. Yes, somebody dragged me. Somebody got me out the car. Somebody got me out the tree. Somebody got me out. You didn't see the man. What man? The man with the suit on that helped me. He told me everything was going to be okay. He cut my thing. Nobody else seen him but you. And then they say, oh, you must have been hallucinating because of everything that was going on. Lucifer about to start stamping his folks. And God is about to start stamping his people too. And it said that the angels was going to come down and start sealing the people. Ain't the lights been coming down? You said he looked crippled and asked for help. When she came back, he was gone, but she lived on 80 acres and he just disappeared. That part. I know about them just disappearing people. You go turn the corner and go look back and they gone. Yeah. Yeah. Just like the lady on the plane. That guy is not real. Exactly. 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 I'm telling you! No! No! I'm telling you that is not real! Right. That. You said, look at here, me too. I'm trying to tell you. God is getting ready to come down. He's sealing his people. He's sealing them. And I'm hoping. You know, I don't really know how this whole lottery system is going to go. But I'm hoping that somewhere on this forehead, it's an invisible stamp. You hear me? I haven't. I have not heard that. You hear me? I want my invisible stamp. I want whatever it is, which is going to make me a target, but still. Because Lucifer wants to see who, because I didn't know what he said and he was gone. When I tried to show my friend who he was, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, that part. Money will be no good on the day of the great reaping. Right. Right. That's why I don't be worried about no money. If I have it, I have it. And if I don't, he got another way he gonna bring it. Moving on. That's it. That's it. That's all. So, just looking into some of this stuff. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Oh, I went to the thing and some of y'all said some stuff was at the box. It wasn't there. It wasn't. But somebody sent me this really, really cute cup that looks like our library. Thank you. I don't know who did that. But thank you for my gift. I absolutely love this cup. It even got our little, it got our thing right there. Oh my goodness. Queen, thank you, Queen. Thank you. It got all our little stuff. Like, y'all can't see this side, but it has a lot of the same stuff on it. There's a telephone. We got our telephone up there. I said, no way. It's pretty. Thank you, sister. You see it? Oh, I should pour my coffee in it now. I should rinse it and use it right now. I am. I'm about to go rinse this. Hold on. I'm about to use this right now. Don't even worry about it like a kid. I cannot play with it right now. Do I gotta wait? Just like a damn kid. Is about to use it right now. Did. You said what? And y'all know I'm a cup person too. I be using all my cups, but I be having a lot of them, so I be cycling them out. Then sometimes I get. Thank you, Queen. Just like a little kid. You can't use them all at one time. And I still be using my two-sided ones. I be using all of them. I have 4 cups up there behind my bed. One of them got juice in it. One of them got coffee. One of them got tea. One of them got water. Like, it's a real thing. So, they come in handy. But this one matches our library. We got another one similar to this. I ain't gonna lie and use this one because it got our WOIU on it. But we got this one too. Right? I love y'all. Thank you. When I say, now, y'all want to know something crazy? This matched the shoes my son just bought me. Perfect. And I'm going to show y'all when they get here how that's crazy. Because this cup literally matches my shoes. It does. The ones he sent, I ain't showing y'all because I know y'all. I'm going to wait until I get them and then I'm going to show y'all. But they match. Perfect. Perfect. So I'll be wearing this on the day that I get those. I mean, using this and wearing that. I mean, you know. When I tell you my dad likes to coordinate. He do. Thank you so much. I got to show my kids. It's a camera on there and everything. Ooh, a typewriter. I said, okay. Thank you. Also, I received the movie War Games. You said what? Y'all seen this movie before? I don't think I've seen this. Maybe I'll watch this tonight. I could put this in my PS5 and watch it. It's a good movie. Thank you. I don't know who sent that because it wasn't no name on the thing. I don't know. Yeah, Matthew Broderick, Dabney Coleman, John Wood, and Ali Sheedy. And so then Antonio Williams sent me this. The Tree of Life, the tetragram. It's some terror stuff on here too. He said, I read over this and I thought it could be useful. I think it's the system of the Zohar. So, we know what this is. About the Kabbalah. We've studied some similar things. Yeah. Thank you. We're going to put this with the other. Ooh. I think Hatsumata sent me this. I think if it's not right, don't kill me. With our medicinal, it has some of the same similar things on there and whatnot. Some of the same. With the Kundalini and all of that. So we're going to put this over there with feng shui and with the crystals and cupping and all of that. We'll put that in this same thing over here. Thank you. I appreciate the Kabbalah. I sent you War Games. One of my favorite movies. You're going to enjoy it. Oh, thank you, Auntie. I'm going to watch it tonight. That's what I'm going to watch while I eat my snacks. Because I sure been looking for something to watch. I didn't watch a couple things, and they grabbed my attention at first, and then it didn't stay. The attention didn't stay. So I had to go back to my murder mysteries for a minute. Yeah. I bought that eggnog too. That one I was telling y'all about it. And I didn't have no ice, but I know I should have went and got me some ice today. Because I wanted to make me another one, but I need to make it as the slushy drink, and I can't, or I just need to make me some ice real quick. I'll probably do that. Because I'm going to make it a blended drink. It was real nice. Really, 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 really festive. It was real nice. I said, oh, this is nice. This is real nice. Yeah. So, I didn't really want nothing. Uh, it's Grand Marnier and no, auntie, because that's why I went. And I think it's Philadelphia or something eggnog, Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog, and ice, and you blend it together. It's a blended drink. So it's Grand Marnier, Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog, and then you blend it with ice, like in a slushy like kind of thing, and then put whipped cream on top. It's real, real good. Yeah, it's real good for a holiday something. It's a grown thing. I guess you could make the kids a version drink of it with just eggnog and maybe some root beer or something. I don't really know. Or just blend it with ice, the eggnog, and cinnamon on top with the Cool Whip. It's nice. Yep, you could put nutmeg in there. Yes, I love Weird Science. It's around here somewhere. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like coquito. It's kind of like that. It's almost like coquito. It is. I don't know if that's what you want to call. I don't know, but it's nice. It's nice. I just should have made it more icy because it's kind of thick and the ice kind of thins it out a little bit because of the eggnog. So yeah, it's almost like coquito. Coquito, I'm sorry. It's almost like that. It's like the same consistency. It's thick like that. It got almost the same flavors, honestly. As strong as you make it. You said watch the rewatch, and it was a lot I needed to hear. I didn't know if I was gonna come back on after that one. I've been trying to hit y'all just one time and leave it. Have y'all noticed that? We used to do class, but some of these be a lot for me too. I ain't even gonna lie. I be like, ooh, Dad. Sometimes it be a lot for me, and I be like, I don't know if I got it in me again to do that one. I'm gonna just let it ride. But I think we have had so much class, and there's so much content and so much material that's in all of our other classes. You said hit it and quit it. Did. Bust your down real quick. I'll be back tomorrow. And will. I can't, because some of it is crazy. I mean, but when you think about, I think that people make walking with God like it's easy. And it is easy, but there can be difficult circumstances and situations. You know what I'm saying? Coquito is delicious. It is. It's very nice. You see what I'm saying? So it's like hopefully over here I don't give you a buttered up version of what it feels like to walk with Christ. Because the things that we're getting ready to experience, y'all, nothing about it is going to be fluffy. Nothing. Make the ice cubes out of eggnog. Girl, quit playing. Well, you know this. The Pennsylvania, it already got that stuff in it. I don't know if it'll freeze, cause it's already got what's the name in there? This morning was my first time back in months. My focus been thrown off. It's so lovely to be back. Oh, Pumpkin, remember we talked about that though. Remember we talked about it. We talked about theory and then going out on into the flow. It's just like we in school. So in school you learn the material and then you go and see if you can use it. And then you come back, and if you failed in certain places or you didn't do certain things, then you just study that even harder so you can make it the next time. But that's why I said too, I didn't want this to feel like church. If you miss, that's why we record. You know what I mean? So you can get it in whenever you need to. It's free to you. You can go watch it whenever you need to. Break down when you need to. If you got to be up in the middle of the night while everybody is asleep watching or whatever else it is, your study time, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I don't know. But if you ever need something to study, I'm sure you can go through one of our classes and find something different every time. I always thought it would be easy. I think that's why I always went back. But since you gave it to us, raw help with keeping me going forward. Come on, and not giving up. Come on. That part. That part. That part. You're welcome. That part. I always rewatch the class. It's easier to take notes. Okay. Well, that's why we got it over there though. You know what I mean? That's why it's over there. That's why it's over there. That's why it's over there. I mean, if you think about it, it'll be slushy. Okay. That's good. I need to make a list of things I failed at and study harder. Yeah, well, and okay. When you start out lifting weights, you don't start out lifting your max. Any weightlifters in here, bodybuilders, people that train? I don't care if you used to back in high school, you know, whatever. You don't start running your max length in the shortest amount of time. It takes time to build up to that. You have to keep practicing the long dash or the 400 or whatever. I don't know nothing about sports like that. You have to learn. You have to train your body. You are training your soul to listen to the voice of God. You are training your flesh to deny itself. You are training. The first time you go and do a pole vault, you don't always hit it the first time. And even if you do, it could just be good luck. But over time, that bar has to be moved higher because your expertise has grown or your level of training has advanced to where that's low. You playing with me. I can do that in my sleep. See, you used to didn't be able to say no at first. Your no used to be like, no. Now you be like, don't even pull up to my house. Don't call my phone. I said no. Matter of fact, you can't even get through. You know, change. Because your level of expertise, your level of wisdom, your muscles have gotten stronger to say, I'll never get to where I'm trying to go if I'm always watching you train. I got to train myself. I can't always wait for you to change. I got to change me if I want to be able to run this marathon. I can watch you train for your marathon all day long. Child one just texted me last night. I didn't even respond, girl. And after a while, they'll come back once a year or so. And then you just... They gonna... Because the Bible says, when a spirit is cast out, right? And most times, it's the evil spirit that keeps you connected to... It could be a best friend that puts you in situations or whatever. A family member. There's a spirit, right, that keeps you connected to that person. But once God severs that tie with that spirit and it goes out, it's going to be gone for a while. The Bible literally says that. Then it's gonna come back and find the house all clean. Like, oh shoot, I might as well come on. It ain't even nothing up here. It ain't dirty like I left it. It ain't poop on the walls. It ain't tears on the floor. It ain't distrust in the back room. It ain't betrayal in the back room. It ain't no abuse sitting on the couch no more. Oh, I can dirty this space back up. After God done worked on you and that pain don't feel the same, or you're learning to love yourself again, or whatever else it is, the devil like, oh, shoot, this is a nice Airbnb. Yep, I've been here before, but it didn't look like this when I left. They didn't did some rearranging and stuff. They didn't update. It looked nice. And when he leave, he taking all your new appliances. He done punched holes in the walls. The windows is broke. Bathroom trifling. It's rotten food in the refrigerator. Nets in the trash can. Garbage disposal is full of God knows what. And they came in my dreams last night. I said, oh no, when I recognized the baby. Come on. I definitely have a strong no now and no guilt when I do. Come on. Trying to get me back in covenant. Like, come on. Go away. That roll off your tongue. Please go away. People do not like when you tell them to go away. You don't even got to be ugly. Just, can you please go away? What? Go away. And don't come back. Don't think about me. Don't worry about me. Just don't come back. I'm going to be fine. I don't need you checking on me or nothing. Because really, you just checking to see if you can get back in. You don't want nothing to tear up my peace again. Tear up my self-confidence. Make me feel... I'm over that. I've already did renovations on that part of the house. No, thank you. It took me too long to repair it. And you ain't gonna pay no rent. You gonna stay in here for free, and I'm gonna be footing all the bill and all the costs, baby. No. Gone on somewhere. Gone on. Please and thank you. Gone on somewhere. Lucifer always take more than what. So when you seen them Airbnb things where they can't force the people out and they gotta spend money to get the person out, and the person ain't paid and they won't leave, and they tearing up the property and selling their furniture out of it. Oh, that is Lucifer and his homeboys. Everything that God furnished your spirit with, he trying to snatch it out and give it. Matter of fact, he ain't even giving it to nobody. He just don't want you to have it. The peace. And come on, Rika. Yeah. Now it's a lock on this though, baby, and you can't get in. God didn't put the key lock on there, the dial pad. You got to know the number. And then we gotta vet you, cause the last people we had in here, they didn't do right. They didn't take care of my spirit. They didn't take care of my mind. They didn't take care of me. No. This property too expensive, and the value then went up. Seeing as how I ain't let nobody be over here in my house or nothing, and I keep the yard all manicured, and I done did the renovations. So I got some equity, some spiritual equity, and now you trying to come in here and make me lose it again. Nope. I'm cool. Yep, ain't nobody been in the house, but you ain't in there either. I ain't losing no money by letting it sit. None whatsoever. But having you in there running bills up and you ain't paying them, and pipes is busting because you not keeping the heater. Quit letting people move in your Airbnb. That's gonna tear it up and make you lose out on your investment, on the time you spent getting yourself back together, and the time you spent on your knees asking God to help you change, and the time you have spent learning more about yourself so that you don't fall into the... Come on. It is selling the furniture. The devil will have you doing stuff you wouldn't normally do, like selling your furniture, missing your payments. He gonna keep you in a situation so you don't never got enough money, but he ain't about to get up and do nothing. Gonna keep you broke and stressed. Always talking about how you ain't good enough and not doing enough. Come on. You give in to Lucifer and his sweet nothings at first, and then within a short amount of time, baby, you ain't worth nothing. A hill of beans, as my mama used to say in his eyes. Hold on, y'all. And he taking more than he came with. And that's why I don't want to trade no more. That's why I don't want to trade no more. I ain't gonna lie. I used to trade my good stuff for the devil, and end up with nothing, broken, battered, bruised. The classes have been rough lately, but I've been sleeping like a baby. Come on. You hear me? Sure did. Used to trade it for some temporary, thinking it was gonna be long term. God said it's not. I said, I'ma make it. I'ma make it long. I'ma just God said, we're going to stick it out to the end, because this situation is about to cause your end unexpectedly. It's going to be an end to your joy, an end to your peace, an end to your safety, and possibly an end to your life and an end to your spirit. You hear me? An end to your sound mind. mind, body, and soul under new management. Come on. And it's never enough when it comes from the devil. It's like eating junk food. You ate something, but it didn't add nothing to your health. It actually is probably over time, the longer that you partake in it, is going to make you sick. Couldn't take, won't take it. Thank you, Dad, for saving me from me, girl. Rika, listen. Listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm sure I probably sin in one way or another every day because nobody is perfect. It could be my thoughts or whatever else. I don't know. Maybe the way I talk to somebody. I don't know. But I guarantee you this. I'm not who I used to be. And that ain't looking down on nobody else or nothing. I am not who I used to be. There was a void that I need filled. I needed it to be filled. And I tried to fill it with everything the world had to offer. But you know what? I always end up feeling, and that ain't even just got to be relationships. That could be jobs. That could be whatever. It never filled that hole. It was always something else that I was looking for. It was always something new. And I don't care about that. No. And it took me a long time to get there when I wasn't worried about, like, if it come, it come. If it don't, it don't. And that's everything. Because the devil keep you racing after stuff. It's that whole mouse in the cheese, man. He going to keep on dangling that carrot in front of you. Like, it's always going to be a little bit farther. A little bit farther. And you won't ever see. It's just an indescribable longing. Come on. I don't toss it, turn it. Now, of course, because my body is older and it be achy. But I ain't tossing and turning in behind no BS. I'm not waking up and looking at my spouse like, I don't trust you. And then I got to act like I do. It's a lot of things that have changed in my life. I don't have to feel crazy. You hear me? God filled my void because I asked him to. I started focusing on him and less on everybody else. Come on, D. Come on, D. Come on. Quit worrying about why, when, where, when was my time gonna be. I don't know. But I'm just gonna focus on what I need to be learning today. No sleepless nights for an unsettled mind. Come on. Come on. I'm cool. That's not saying things don't bother me. That's not saying I don't think about certain things. That's not saying things don't cross my mind. We are human. But it gets to a point where you are not badgering God about stuff that really, you be like, when he do it, he'll do it. Because you will spend so much time thinking about what you don't have that you don't focus on what you do. You don't build on what you already have because it ain't what you want right now, so you ain't going to deal with it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We'll do that. So let me know how that work out. For real. You can complain every day. You can complain every day. I just told my daughter this. I said, listen. God can put you in situations and create a situation for you, but you got to keep all them other people out your ear. That because people will make you start complaining to get you out of your good thing. You know who else does that? Lucifer. He tells you the things that he tells you your body ain't valuable. Give it to as many people as you can. That shows your value. Give it to the highest bidder. That shows your value. Give it to the person that can give you the most stuff. That shows you your value. And God said, no, your value is it being rare. You not being easily accessible. You said, I'm there. God knows what's best for me. And he have a plan for my life. That part. And I promise you, his plan works out better than any other plans that I have ever had. You can have plan A to Z and Z back to A. But baby, when I tell you the custom things that he will give you in your life, you hear what I said? You hear what I said? I said the custom things. The the custom things. The custom things he'll give you in your life. That's special to only you. This journal was started 1/10/2020. 1/10/2020. I didn't have this shelf. I had books and I had bookshelves. But I said, oh God, I want me a beautiful library. And I had been saying it for years. Well, then I went to Half Price Bookstore to buy me a new journal, and this was there in 2020. And I said, yep, I'm getting it, because this is how I feel when I read my books. It's just everything popping up off the page. You see what I'm saying? All the magic that's in the books is popping up off the page. You see what I'm saying? And I said, I want my shelf to look just like this. Do y'all realize that the colors is the same? The sparkle and the glitter. Look. You see how thick that is? That's this. But this didn't come until October of 22, November of 22. I wasn't even living here. I was still married when I got this. Also take time to cut the contracts of those old tires so that they don't have any authority to come back, either whether in your imagination or in your heart. I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? That part. You hear me? This was 2020. I spoke and have been saying for years, I'm going to have a beautiful library. I have a lot of books, but I want to build me a nice, beautiful, heavy, thick, pretty shelf. And I kept saying that. When I brought this home and showed it to my ex-husband, he like, mm-hmm. I said, I'm going to have a shelf that look like this. That part. Oh, that part. This is why we talked about cleaning out the house. And when they come back, that's what the don't thank you, we don't want none is. Yeah. Yep. You hear me? But I spoke. I want a shelf. I want a beautiful shelf. I want a beautiful. My kids like, Mom, you finally got your library like you want it. I do. Okay? But I spoke it for years. I still didn't see it. I had the books. Plenty of books. Okay? But I kept saying, God, one day. I had God knows how many different kinds of journals. But this one stood out to me. And I used to start telling people, this is what mine gonna look like. This is what it's gonna look like. I hadn't met y'all yet. This was a year before I met y'all. And then the next year I met y'all. And I told y'all about my books. We started buying other people's books. And y'all bought me books. And the very thing, exactly how I wanted it to look, all magical and mystical, the same color wood, how thick it is, how the books is even set up by color. It showed up. It showed up. Do you hear me? And not one, but two. And this one, if I want to get to the top of it, I need a ladder like this. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to see yourself healed. You got to see yourself free. Even when it might take a long time to come. If you keep believing it, it's going to happen. And whatever it is that you saw in the spirit, it's going to materialize. It will. This is why I had to stop letting people into my space. Because as long as I say yes to you, I am agreeing to everything that comes along with you. So if you start to speak, I'm nothing, what materializes in my life? Self-doubt, low self-esteem, because I'm connecting with you. And so how you feel about me, I will start to feel about me because I'm connecting with you. Somebody tell your kid they ugly, and then somebody else tell them they ugly, and then a group of people get together and tell them they ugly. What will your child start to believe? Huh? What will they start to believe? Well, they had to connect with these people in some kind of way in order for them to know how they felt about them, right? So if we go back to the house or the spirit or the soul, and you allow people to have access to those things that don't have good intentions for you, what is going to materialize? Will it be God things or man things? Man things are temporal. Man things rot. Man things can end. God stuff don't. I learned someone's opinion does not have to be my reality. Come on. If that's the case, y'all, I would be super miserable right now. Ugh. I would not be able to smile every day. I wouldn't. If I worried for real about people's view of my life, I would never live it. Once I started to heal, I never fear people anymore or their opinions. Do you hear me? Because I would be too worried about what people, I don't care what you think. You're not living my life. You don't have to walk in my shoes. You don't have to experience what I experience. Your pain is not my pain. I can hurt with you, but I'm not hurting like you hurting. So you being worried about the way that I move or whatever else it is, what does that mean? How long did you spend worrying about other people's views of you so that you couldn't even get up and get moving? That cripples some people. They won't move. They won't do nothing. Which most times means they're not sensitive to the spirit either. Because before God can put something down in you that's going to stick, it's people that's already shoveling it out. It can't even take root. If there is any good things that people are saying or that they are trying to pour into your life. And it's only because weeds always want to take the nutrients from somebody else. Lucifer and his demons are weeds. They are parasites. They are invasive species that invade healthy things and take all the nutrients from it. So you start to think about, what weeds do you have in your life? What vultures do you have in your life? What scammers? And what I mean by that is they using somebody else's card to pay for the time at your Airbnb and then you get that payment retracted because they wasn't even supposed to be using that car. So then your stuff got used, but you didn't get nothing for it. How many times have we allowed ourselves in whatever capacity to be used and we got nothing? And even what we thought we got, it just crumbled in our hands like dust. You thought you had something and it was nothing the whole time. Nothing. Stuck you with the bill and everything else. Because when you disappoint God, does the other person feel it or do you feel it? When God told you no, I can answer because I already know the person that I caught my ACL, they was there, pick me up, carry me to help and safety. But guess who was the only person on that bed? Me. Guess who the only person is wearing this knee brace? Me. God could have very well told them, you hear me? Don't call her. But he told me when he called, don't answer. Say no. You hear me? But I didn't say no. And so the pain that I still feel in my leg 3 years later, he don't feel it. But every single time that my knee goes out or it feels like I, hurt myself or, if you ever torn ACL, MCL, you know what I mean. I can't forget the day. And not the day because it was so amazing. The day because that was the day I decided to defy what God said, which is when he called, don't answer or say no. And I didn't. And within 15 minutes of standing and talking and then jumping up to get a leaf, I was on my way to the hospital. He don't feel no pain from that. And the damage is done. But every time my knee pop out and every time my knee or my thigh muscle is hurting real bad because it's a strain on it, I have to think about the fact that I was disobedient. And it was a split second decision that has cost me almost 4 years now of pain. Three for sure. Can't go back to that day. Nothing. And didn't even man, listen. What? It's a real thing. No, I'm not. It ain't worth it to me. It's not. It's not worth it to me because, and we all mess up, and whatever your mess up is, you know what I'm saying? Listen. It's a real thing. Had to face the secrets hidden in torment and ask God to help me. Listen. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. That's why I said, if this is new to you, this walk, it's probably been the most difficult thing you've had to do. And when I'm going to say difficult, I mean challenging. Not hard. Challenging. Because you have to look at yourself in order to get to know God. You can't look at everybody else. You can only look at yourself. And that's a scary mirror sometimes to look in. Especially when you've been able to mask it with gifts or recognition or career or education or money or whatever else it is that you've been able to mask the ugliness of you with. Right? When God turns the mirror around so that you're just not looking in your rear view at other people that are behind you and you have to only look in this mirror right here in front of you and look at you, it's crazy. But you should start to clean out your house. Not just finding a place to put the old things. You don't need them anymore. They need to go. You don't wear it. You don't use it. You don't. You don't. You don't. If you're not calling the number, why is it in your phone? Unless it's there so it can stay blocked, why is it still like you can go through your call history and see it? If it's a dangerous situation, you don't necessarily have to get rid of all the pictures, but are they in a specific folder? Or do you put things easily accessible to yourself that you know you might, it just happened? Do you purposely get jobs you know you can steal from? And them the only kind of jobs that you take, and you only want a management position, so can't nobody challenge you. Like, this can go so many ways of you putting yourself in a situation to have access to the sin if you need it. For the just in case. In whatever situation that is. It's like moving something out of the attic, leaving it in the den, saying I'm gonna get it out to the garage, finally moving it out to the garage, and then not being able to decide on whether you want to get rid of it or not. So you leave it there for a while. You hear me? When you know for a fact it should be out on the curb. You don't get rid of it just in case you need it. But you know you don't need it, but you don't get rid of it just in case you need it. Whether that be a phone number, I don't know, whatever it is. And a lot of people say, as soon as I get rid of it, I'm probably going to need it. That's how the devil works. He be trying to get back in. So he always got to come back and make himself look like you need him. Or her. Or the situation, the job, whatever it is. You said, oh man, that's me. I'm just saying. Yeah. But you spend enough time in a room, you'll start to look at what needs to be reorganized. And you'll look at the things that you really don't need no more. Every time I try to leave something, keep pulling me back. Come on. The devil. Yeah. I don't know about y'all. That's why I journal. I got tired of feeling the exact same way. Like nothing was changing. That's spooky to me. Because the seasons change for a reason. And if, like, I'm not saying that there's nothing that can be consistent, but certain things need to be evolving always. And if you still thinking the same 10 years from now, that's scary. You haven't expanded any of the things that you learned to another level on nothing. Your conversation can be similar, but there should be some additions to it somewhere. What else did you learn on top of that? Some people, they don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They don't want to, I don't know. I don't want that. If you buy a house, can you just live in it for 30 years and never fix nothing? Never check on the foundation, never check on the pipes, never check on the electrical, never look at the roof. Can you just live there for 30 years and not do nothing? And it's gonna last you? Can you? You said, now that's wishful thinking. I mean, can you? Can you live in a house for 30 years? You said, nope. Sometimes it's the change you folks don't like. That part. Of course. Right. Right. But can you live in a house and not keep the upkeep on it? What happens if you don't cut the grass? What happens if the grass get real tall? What can happen? Snakes get into it. What else? That's what sparked my change. I got tired of spending birthdays together, then going our separate ways. We had to stop it. It was hard, but I had to do it. That part. What about mice? The property value goes down. Interesting. What about mice? Don't mice like tall grass? Rodents? Do they? Vermin. So they start out in the grass that you haven't maintained, and then where do they end up? In the house. So if you don't take care of the outside, that invites vermin and pests to the inside of your home. You said rats and snakes too. Interesting. Leaving droplets and biting into your rice bags and cereal bags and eating your drawers and your socks. Right? So if we look at your spirit like a house with a backyard, how long has it been since you cut the grass? And how many vermin then wiggle their way into the cracks? And now they in the house eating up your stuff. How many different pests do you got running through your walls and in the attic of your mind? Laying nests and making more of them. All because you didn't maintain the outside. You didn't keep that spiritual door locked. You didn't go around the foundation making sure there's no holes and sealing them so that they can't get in. And you made a space that invited them and made them feel comfortable and welcome. You made the space. Roaches too. How many times have we allowed people into our lives I thought you had to leave, always choosing violence? You know what? Oh, you was talking about me. She said, I thought you had to leave. You was always choosing violence. I didn't know you was talking to me. I thought you was talking about the mice. See, I just talked to Dad this evening. I ain't expect him to put you in my business this fast. Oh! I'ma just go. You know? I'ma just leave. Then I just came back. Calm down on me, auntie. Uh-oh! Only reason I know is because there was times when I left my grass high so the vermin would show up. I made it comfortable for them to come back. And before I knew it, they was eating through all my stuff and multiplying my woes. And it didn't take long. I feel punched in the stomach and nauseous. You know what? What y'all gonna stop doing is acting like y'all be getting attacked over here. Auntie airing it all out like the YNs. You know what? Oh, grabs the basket of tomatoes and sits back down. Hilarious. As many as you want, J. Smith. Only reason I know because he used to, at least y'all get the abuse together. I used to have to be crying in the corner like on a Lifetime movie. I'm trying to tell you. You said I just got hit side of the head and I ain't even do nothing. Listen. Listen. I promise y'all, been there, done it. But it costs too much. I ain't saying the thoughts don't even cross my mind, but it costs too much to let careless people back in my life. It costs too much to let the vermin that infiltrated my mind, my body, and my soul, my finances, my self-esteem, everything. It costs too much to get them exterminated. And sometimes you got to do several treatments of extermination because it's an infestation. It's so many people around me that I can't even get them all out. No. I don't care how hot it is. I'm about to get out here and cut this grass and lay this stuff out here and make sure I'm paying attention and walk in my yard to make sure ain't no holes around here. You hear me? Because once you get them in, it's hard to get them out. Do you know it? Do you know it? I found it in life. I found out with life. Do you know it? I know it. I found out in life. You hear me? It's easy to let them in, but it's hard to get them out. I'm over here by myself. This hurt, but true. God has been too good. Listen. I'm trying to tell you. I can't. And my babies is starting to say, Mom, we understand why you've been single most of our life. I said, I'll try to tell you. Ain't nothing wrong with being single. It ain't nothing wrong with being married. But you need to do both for the right reasons. Some people want to be single because they want to be a hoe or a whoremonger. You hear me? They don't want to have to be responsible to anybody. They don't want to have to, or they don't want the responsibility of having to listen or having to be held accountable for their actions. So that's why they want to be single. Some people want to get married because they want a slave. They never plan on changing. They just want it to look good. Because marriage is good, but if you don't value marriage, then it's not. Because you won't even value what God says is good, and you will do things that you're not supposed to do during your marriage. So you then turn and make something that was good bad. Been single 7 years now. I don't even talk to men in that way. Don't know nobody, have no energy. You see the post I just put up? Once you been single so long, you be mad when people be liking you. Like, why is you over here? I thought I wanted to talk on the phone with somebody, but I guess I don't. Is it a possibility that God can change someone and have them come back? Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. With God, He's sovereign. He can do whatever He wants. I just say be careful. That's what I'm gonna say. Ask God to what you call it, show you what's up. And that could be friendships and everything, because I've had friends that we didn't talk for a long time and we came back and I ended at the same place I ended with them the first time, and I was like, yep, nope, I'm good. You're still the same. Right. That part. You still the same. You still focused on crazy stuff. And the fact that you could even tell me out my mouth that you don't feel like I ever deserved anything, we were never friends. Because I've always wanted the best for you. And you slight and lightweight told me you don't think I deserve nothing that you ever seen me get. What in the hell? Just can't talk to you no more either. I thought, all this time that passed, I mean, that's what I used to feel back in the day. But for you to say it out your mouth is just mind-blowing. Decades later. Who even feel comfortable telling somebody I don't feel like you deserve nothing you ever have? Like, well, where do they do that at? I don't even be thinking about what nobody else deserve or what they don't. I just be wanting my stuff. Crazy. Yeah, I seen that post and was laughing hard because I be irritated and questioning them like, why is you talking to me? Like, what do you want? What? You want to waste my time, don't you? Don't you? You want to waste my time, don't you? I told y'all how fast he shut down my little. I said I'm about to start dating, and soon as I went outside, that man said that crazy stuff to me. I said, "Oh no, my dating door just closed. Sorry." You wasn't even nobody. I was just going to the store, like literally going to the store. And this what they doing? Well, I guess I won't be dating nobody then. If that's how they throwing it around, I don't want it. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you. You know how they like a house will burn down or something, and over time grass grows there, and it don't belong to nobody. Like it just belong to the city. So everybody throw their trash over there. Everybody go over there and chill. They might have a milk crates out there. Old men be out there listening to music. It's not an official spot, but it's an official spot. And anybody pretty much is welcome there. right? Every city got one of these little spots in the hood or something somewhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, it used to be a house or a store there. It burned down or they knocked it down or whatever it was. And people would use it kind of like a chill spot. But it be overgrown and stuff. They might cut back right where they going to be at. But the rest of it is, you be scared like in the summertime walking by that little area because it sounds like somebody back there. Right? But anybody that want to be in that space can be in that space. Sitting on the parking lot, niggas might go up there, and that's where everybody meet up and drink and do whatever they gonna do. But this little space. And then someone purchases that space, that lot. And they get somebody to go in and clear out all the brush and all of the cans and all of the cigarette butts and old couches and whatever else. That's where the hole in the walls be. Right. They get all of that cleared out. Right? They get the pavement redone. And then it just sit there with nothing on it. But it's manicured. But this time, even though there's nothing on it yet, there's a chain fence around it where you can't just go up on that property. And it's a sign that says, if you don't belong here, you don't need to be here. Which is, this is private property, no trespassing. The reason that they laid a new foundation and cleared out all the clutter is because there's a plan for that spot. There's something that the community might not even know what's going to be there. Everybody like, I wonder what, you ain't never drove by and be like, I wonder about what they're about to put right there. And then you might even start to see the construction of the building, but maybe they don't got that sign out there saying exactly what it's going to be. And you might think it's going to be a Wendy's or something, and it end up being a, and you're like, now look at that. That's crazy. Well, you can remember when it wasn't nothing but a chill spot for the people in the hood. You can remember when your homeboy got shot over there. You can remember when your homegirl met her baby daddy. You can remember as a kid popping fireworks right there. But now that property is not available to everybody. Somebody purchased it and they cleaned it up. You mean like God did us? Everybody could come and chill. You might have been a one-night stand person. You might have been okay, if I know you 6 months, then I'm good with it. You might have let a whole bunch of abuse go down right there in that area. Fights and folks talking crazy and pulling all this old crazy stuff used to go on around you and on your space. But it's under new management. It's under new ownership. And God has went in and cleaned out all those years of the trees overgrowing, of all of the rubbish and old couches and tires and all of that stuff that has been thrown in a space that he had planned for something else to be there. But you allow the devil to come in and use it as a come and go. Or whoever want to be over here is over here. Oh, this where we chill at, who gonna tell us? Even though they don't own nothing, because spirits cannot own you if God purchased you. They can only possess. Even the souls that the stars think they sell, God purchased them already. You can't sell no property that ain't yours. There's a lot across the street from me. The house burned down, but the yard is still manicured. Every weekend, this older man cuts the grass and trims the bushes and flowers. Come on. Come on. Come on. You said, yep, for over 40 years. But that ended 5 years ago. Uh-oh, auntie. Every time you tell me something, auntie, you have lived a wild life, I see. You need to go on and write your book, auntie. Auntie, just write it. Just start it as a vlog. Aged and feisty, you should call it. Aged and because she said, honey, for 40 years it was a dewdrop in and gone about your way. Now, and it ended 5 years ago. Auntie, go on and write your book. Just write you a vlog. Just start doing a video. Let the people know. The young women need to know, Auntie. Cause Rika, come over and get your auntie. Listen, one thing I know about God is He gonna put some people together. You hear me? Hilarious. Sorry, y'all. All I know is I'm grateful. I was telling God today, I'm grateful that He got a hold to me when He did. Because I could still be out here blinded, worried about trying to be in with the trends and all of that crazy stuff. And the world about to be burning down around people. Some of the stuff that I've been seeing on the internet, and it's like, God, this is happening so quickly. Remember us talking about going to the hospital? Did y'all see that Governor Abbott is talking about cutting the funding to the hospitals in Texas if they don't make them people say what their status is? I know she has told someone. They went behind the ears. Listen. Auntie need to go, hey, Queen. Thank you. I'm already using it. And it match our room perfect. And this, and this, and this, and this, and all of it, and this. Thank you. I pulled it out. I said, well, I might as well go and wash it out. I had just made me a fresh cup of coffee. So this is my first cup. Thank you. Twine, you made this? You made this? Not Queen, you escaped the violence. Y'all gonna quit coming for me. You escaped the violence. You know what? Auntie, come get your nieces. Let her come get some. First of all, we just talking. Y'all, we is having a normal conversation. Y'all gon' Oh, Amazon made it. Well, thank you. It matches perfectly. It matches the shoes your nephew sent me. perfect, which is crazy. Nuts. Okay. What does that mean? We know how she. Okay. I got on here just to talk to you. I got on here talking about what they doing in Walmart right now is what they're doing on Thief in the Night. That's what I got on here. And then we talked about our houses being cleaned out and getting stuff out and not holding on to stuff. And how many times have we made sin available to people in our lives? We made it comfortable for people to bring sin in. That's it. That's all. We didn't keep our grass cut, so the rodents got in the backyard and they was on the outside. They was just around us. And then the vermin was able to get into our house and start to tear up things that we had built, running through the walls, and it's hard to get them out. I'm trying to recover from that beat down. Auntie! She said, I can't come get them. I'm laid on the couch. I'm taking me get water. Okay. He said, I got to go back in, Coach. I don't know if I can. Hold on. I think that's how spiders lure in flies. Come on. That part. Excuse me. It's a real thing, though. And when you sit back and you think about how often, listen, this is the thing, family. You get tired of messing up. When you really want to please God and not yourself. If you think about it, most of the stuff that got you in trouble was you pleasing yourself. You getting what tickled your fancy, not what was going to be good for you. Guilty. I have to go. I have to go have a whole breakup dinner. Oh. Auntie said guilty is charged. Wait a minute, guilty. Wait a minute. Not both hands too, Eureka. Look. And Auntie Lucille said, yeah. And Auntie said, well, I gotta go have me a breakup dinner. Wait a minute. The aunties is auntie-ing today. We gonna need y'all to come over here and the aunties is auntie-ing, honey. I get it though. I do. I definitely understand. I mean, listen, y'all. I tell y'all the time, I'm here by myself. I told y'all the amount of visitors I had. Okay, the truth do set you free. And temptation is real. But when you get to the point of where you tired of disappointing God and you tired of feeling guilty, and then I just be thinking, this is my thought process. I'm not thinking for nobody else. I'm just going to tell you my thought process. I don't want to be trapped in unhappiness again. And I don't want the temporary victories. Because what Lucifer gives you is a temporary good feeling, but you feel worse for longer. And then you get a temporary good feeling, and then you feel worse for longer. Well, with God, it's the opposite. He gives you joy and strength and peace. And when you mess up, it's only for a little bit, but then he will revive you. He will renew you. So you don't have to feel that for a long time unless you continually stay in it. But it's the exact opposite with the same amount of, you get this much peace, and then you might have a situation, but then you back. With Lucifer, it's the exact opposite. And he gives you grace, right? He make you feel good for a little bit, but then you got to carry that weight for a long time. Then he bring you a little nugget again, and then you back hooked. And then it's the same, it's just, and it's the exact same way with both, but the feeling is different. The feeling is different. I might have a joy come in the morning, which means tomorrow I don't gotta feel like this. With Lucifer, he like, I'm gonna give you this little bit, but then you gonna feel bad for a whole bunch of days. God, to make it official, the carnal part has been over for 2 years. The emotional part has been over for a while. So I just need to say the words, Dad, please give me the voice. He will, Auntie. He will. He will. Especially if you want him more than you want what your flesh want. And what I mean by that is just something that's comfortable to you. I'm proud of you. I want the long lasting joy, permanent joy. I'm trying to tell you, and it's not saying you always, because y'all, I be here like, Dad, what's up? But it ain't no grueling, like, oh God, why you please? No, I'll be like, well, whenever you send them, you'll send them. But I don't want to be trapped in unhappiness. I don't want to be trapped in that lukewarm space. You know how, like, in your relationships, when the honeymoon phase is over, right? And 9 times out of 10, that being something that God don't want you to be in. And you have to sit in it and pretend like you happy. And pretend like it's enough. All the while dying on the inside. You hear me? Ain't in no hurry, Dad. Just when you ready. Just going through the motions. Girl. I took 2 to the chin was days, but I'm still in the fight. I took my lash and listen, for real. I don't want no parts of it. Could I? Absolutely. Do I want to? No. Do it cross my mind? Yes. But is it worth it? No. Especially with the time we in right now. It's too scary. Excuse me. It's too scary. This is not the time to be running back. It's too scary. I told God today, I do not want to miss out. Help me get whatever is in my heart out that would make me not go with you whenever you get back here. I already know I'm going to lose this life. It's not about the death part. I know for a fact that this cup, okay, it's going to give up this spirit that's in here. So that's not the issue. The issue is, what am I going to do when I leave this body and I get that new one? Is it going to be a death body or a life body? And now it ain't even about the torment. It's like, I just don't even want to think about that place. I don't, in a sense of, ain't nothing here worth what I've been able to read about that's going to be over there. Not the best night in the sack, not a fat bag of cash, not prestige, not a house on the hill, because it's all about to be destroyed. Even the beautiful bodies that we love so much, y'all see people being torn to bits with these bombs and stuff. Y'all see the beautiful houses being torn down with just water and wind. Things that took years to build with water and wind are destroyed. We are made out of those same things. Y'all realize that? Everything we see around us came out the dirt, did it not? Do cars come out of the dirt? Do phones come out of the dirt? Glass ain't nothing but what? Sand. Everything. Cars come out of the dirt. Where do they get the metals to make the cars at? Where do they get alloy from? It come out of the rocks. Aren't rocks compressed layers of dirt and different sediment pushed together that sat there for a long time? Ain't that what a rock is? Different mineral deposits that came out of the ground and they all mixed together and made a mountain? Or am I wrong? Don't houses come out of the dirt? Don't your wheels come out of the dirt? What is your wheels made of? What are your tires made of? Trees. But what kind of trees? Rubber trees. But the rubber tree had to be planted where? In the dirt. So did God plant a piece of rubber in the dirt? Is that what he did? He cut a piece of rubber and put it in the dirt and it grew a tree? Did he? Or did he come up with a seed that would produce the rubber on the back of my phone, the rubber on the back on my tires, the rubber bands that I put in my hair? He crafted a seed that from a tree could make this. He took little bitty pieces or pieces of shell and all of that for sand, right? To make this. So every single thing that we see came out of the dirt. And it's going back to the dirt. So why would you value anything on this earth more than your soul when it's just dirt? Your house, dirt. Your body, dirt. The person you love, they came out the dirt too, and they going back. When God starts burning stuff up, it's going to turn to ash. What does ashes do for dirt? What does it do? Won't got no gardener? It fertilizes it. Y'all ain't never seen a farmer burning a field? And then they turn over the dirt after so long? Because they plan on planting something new there? And the chemical compounds in the dirt have to be a certain pH and all of this in order to grow certain things. Everything don't grow in the same pH. Right? Some soils are more acidic. Some soil is too loose and it don't have enough whatever and this and that. I don't know all of the elements that need to be there for growing certain things. So you think about, what is God burning down in your life so that he can fertilize the soil and build new there or grow new things. But also, anything that you put above him is going back to the dirt. You said, yep, they burning fields now here. Interesting. Just like Mari was saying, severing ties, getting rid of things. We hold on to stuff. We won't let God burn it so he can grow some new stuff. But any and every single thing that we love and that we put in front of God is dirt. Literally. Or it came out of the dirt and it's going back to the dirt. The only thing that ain't going back to the dirt, because it didn't come from here, is your soul. Even when you tell somebody, I want to be with you forever, do you know how scary that is that you say that? Because what if they don't go to a good place and God say, okay, you said it, I didn't. You're speaking into eternity. What if that person lose out with God? You still want to be with them forever? Because forever is into eternity. Hello? People say, I want to be with you to the end of the time. Well, time don't end. It ends in this plane, but not in the next one. So when you tell a person, I want to be with you forever, that means no matter where your soul go, I want to be there. Not if it ain't where God is at. Because forever is eternity. But if they don't make it, are you signing up for a 2-ticket trip? The only being you should want to be with forever is Jesus and God. Because what if that person separates themselves from Christ and you're one with them? And they make it up in their mind that they don't want God, but you done told God, I want to be with them forever. What if he honors your request? And they go into damnation and you is too? Now, if understand why we come up in the world alone. Uh-oh. And now you see why I be telling people, I'm not going to hell for you. I tell my kids, I'm not going to hell for you. I love you, but not more than my own soul. You said no takebacks once we cross over. Come on. If you not going where Jesus is going, I don't want to be with you forever. So you gonna keep me trapped in this life and the next one? Mm-mm. I can't speak on forever because I don't know what's going over there. You think about this. Are those the situations that keep us in situations with people that's not honoring our bodies or not honoring our temples or not honoring what God wants us to do? You say, I love you and I want to be with you forever, even though you know this person is not lining up with Christ. And so then you start to do the things that they are doing, which is going to make that a possibility. Because if y'all keep sinning together and y'all both leave here as sinners, guess what's going to happen? Y'all be with each other forever. It's probably going to be a very warm vacation where y'all going to be at. That's why I like, my friends, we going to be friends for a long time. I don't know that. My ex-husband, we going to be together forever. I don't know. No. I'm going to be with you as long as God say I'm going to be with you. And then whatever happened after that. Why you say that? Because that's the truth. I'm so happy that I did not speak forever in the situation that I was in. He kept trying to put a time limit on it. I kept saying, when God, if we supposed to be together, we will be, and if we not, we won't. You're not gonna make me start speaking. I'm about to be with you. I'm about to be with you. And the first 5 years has been hell. So I'm speaking. Yes, I accept another 15 years of your craziness. I was told that if you leave me, you don't love me. I said, boy, bye. And I'm not encouraging divorce. I'm just saying we stay in situations that's gonna make us bust hell wide open, trying to be loyal to people and loyal to the love that they give us that don't even really be love. You be loyal to your friends and they don't even truly care about you. Just like we saw today in 1 Samuel, they'll get you to do, as long as things are good, they're there with you. But once things go bad, they be out and will leave you for dead. And then God got to send somebody else to come by and pick you up and clean you up and help you get your strength and stuff back. I want to be with God forever. I want to be with the creator of all things forever. That's where I want to be. Because this world is temporal. As you guys can see, it's temporary. And people are leaving it very quickly. And that side is a lot longer than this side. So I say get your houses in order. Get cleaned up. And we all need to be working on whatever these final touches is. Because we don't know. We have no idea what God is going to do, how it's going to happen. I mean, he's given us signs and symbols and different things like that as far as like what to look for through the prophets. But for the most part, nah. I'm not trying to be tied to nobody forever unless it's the folks that's going to heaven. Now, if you on that path trying to get into the garden, bet. But I don't want to be tied to nobody that don't want to please God, that don't care about the next life, that's just worried about having fun now and doing everything now. That's scary to me. At 64, after 20 years, did the thing, and after 3 days, guilt and repent. And we did. Interesting. The aunties is auntie. I want to say something so bad, but I am not going to say it. But baby, it is like right here on the tip of my tongue. I promise you. Because the aunties is auntie. Y'all be getting it in. Aunties. Put your hand out. Put your hand out right now. No, don't snatch it back. Put your hand out. All of y'all. I don't know what I told y'all. The aunties is auntying. You hear me? Put your hand out. Trying to teach the young ones not to make the same mistakes before it's too late. Yeah, put your hand out. You're right. Because all these women is... Put your hand out. Y'all is not supposed to be throwing it back. Sit down somewhere. Hey, the aunties get more action than me. The hell? Y'all, it's 20 years my sister. Them old folks' homes is freaky, ain't they? Y'all better start going to check on them elderly places. And I ain't saying 64 old, but y'all could be in them 55 and older spaces. I think we might need to raid those and see what's going on over there. I feel like y'all got too much time on y'all hands, and an idle mind gets you in trouble. Find something to do. Go read a book or something. You're running in the wrong crowds. They gonna have you out here doing mess you ain't supposed to do. Have a seat. I bet if you was in your books, you wouldn't keep getting your tail in trouble. We sent you back there. You thought we didn't see you. We saw you. God see you. You ain't getting no. No, I'm just playing. Ain't that what they used to tell us? You get your eyes in them books and off them boys and girls, you'll be all right. You'll be able to focus. I'm telling them. They used to tell us, and now we gonna tell them. We standing on the porch with our bonnets on now. You think I didn't see you get out that car? I seen you. Tried to sneak down there. Where you been? I seen you switch clothes. That ain't with the outfit you left here in. You forgot. Where your socks at? Y'all is wildin'. The aunties is wildin', honey. As mama said, roll hard and listen up, and put away wet. Listen here. Get your aunties. The aunties is auntying, boy. Listen here. I want to say this to y'all, then I'm really about to go because I think I'm going to go color for a little minute or watch this movie Auntie sent me. Probably that. So, I want to tell y'all about my experience that I had when I got off here and I went and ran my errands. So y'all know it snowed here. We got about 3 inches of snow. I'm thinking something like that, between 1 and 3 inches. So my car was completely covered. I had to, snow everywhere, whatever. Well, I know they ain't got to the roads because it only been snowing about 2 hours. Okay. So I go to do my running around. And on the way, Some told me just drive 20 miles an hour. Don't go no more than that. Don't matter if nobody's speeding up behind you. Put your hazards on if you have to. So I get 2 minutes up the road, and there is a... That part, Nikwa. This. Exactly. So I get 1 or 2 minutes. It might not even been in 2 minutes. It might have been 1 minute up the road. Guess what I saw, y'all? A car coming in the opposite direction. Mind you, it had not been snowing for 2 hours. They was in a Ford SUV, slid off the road and hit a tree, and the whole tree was on the top of their car. Okay? So at first I might have been going 30. I start going 20. Get through all the lines and stuff. Now, God told me to take the highway. He literally told me just take the highway. I was like, I'm going to take the back roads, whatever. I ain't taking the highway. I don't know, because when I got there, they wasn't in the car. But they had slid off into somebody's yard, and a big fat tree was on top of their car. Okay? So I get on past that, go 2 minutes up the road, maybe 2 minutes, and there is a car that has slid off the road again. So there's the police, there's the trucks, there's the people with all their hazards on. And I'm like, one, I should have took the highway, just like you said, but I didn't. This is 3 minutes from my house. I done seen 2 crazy accidents, okay? Get around, go do what I gotta do. I'm driving very cautiously coming back. And right where those 2 slide-offs was, mainly where the tree fell on the SUV, it's a car like burling behind me going crazy speeds, and I'm doing 20. I don't care. Like revving up, like right on my bumper. And guess what I was thinking in my mind? That part. Guess what I was thinking in my mind? This person don't know the danger that I just seen. This person doesn't know the tragedies that just happened because they wasn't out on the road. Because every car that was in front of me on my way, all of them slowed down once they saw the tree on the car. All of them slowed down once they saw that other car had slid off. They all put their they lights on and was going stupid slow around corners. But this person, the trouble and the danger had been put up. They had towed the car. They had got the tree off the car, towed the car, and then the other person, the tow truck had came. So they barreling through like, oh, I can do this. But that's because they didn't know the danger that was right there in them curves. And it made me think about it. And I was going to get back on here and tell y'all about it. I said, I'll wait. But think about that even in a spiritual sense. Just because you didn't see it don't mean it ain't no danger right there. But God has allowed somebody else to travel the road before you that knows to put the caution on. Because you don't have enough sense to. You don't have enough sense to see the danger that is right around the bend, the black ice, the street that looks safe, and you don't even know it could end your life very quickly in a matter of seconds. This food, Lord, forgive me, you ain't supposed to call people food. And then when I got to the gas station, He followed me all the way into the gas station, driving all crazy. Almost ran into another car. Hopped out the car looking all crazy. You know I had grandma with me. And stared him down too. Because where was you going in a hurry? So much so that the lady in the store was like, girl, you came in here looking mad. I said, yeah, because that man right there almost ran me off the road. going super fast and didn't even know that it was two cars on my way down that road. One of them, a tree fell on them, and the other one slid off into a dang cornfield or something. Don't let people rush you. They don't know the danger that's up ahead, but you done been down this road before and you seen it. But because the damage is not there now, they don't think it's no danger. You ain't never been with me before, so what? I know this is dangerous because God don't want me with you. God don't want me hanging out with you. God don't want me talking to you. Because I've been down this road before. I've seen the dangers on this road before. And even though those dangerous things have been cleared away, it's still dangerous. Even though the wrecks have been towed away, it's still dangerous. It don't have to say dangerous, dangerous. Somebody just slid off the road right here. It say cautious going around, and in snow, you can't drive the way you normally do. In rain, you can't go as fast as you normally do. Certain situations where and you done been down this road and you still be just charging forward knowing that danger could be up ahead or you could hit a slick spot is crazy. People be trying to rush you to your spiritual death. They be trying to rush you into situations that's going to keep you not able to move. Because I don't know if that person at the tree fell on their car is okay or not. But I'm sure when they got in their car and got ready to drive that they didn't think that however many minutes after they got in their car that was going to be a deal. That their car was going to be on the side of a road with a huge tree on top of it. That tree looked heavy enough where it should have smashed the whole hood, like everything in. But God let it fall at an angle. Maybe the person got out before the tree completely fell. I don't know. I wasn't there to see that. I saw the aftermath. So you know what it made me do? Go even slower. I didn't see that and speed up. I put my hazards on and didn't care who was behind me because I just seen the danger that this road holds. You hear me? In real life, there's some people that's coming behind you. They ain't never traveled this road before, or they haven't ever traveled this road in the conditions that it is right now, and they don't know danger is up there. You hear me? I could have let him make me go faster, and the space where he was trying to make me go faster at is where the tree freaking fell on the people's car. I said, bro. And then he saw the police and slowed down. But once we got past the police, y'all, literally, it's snowing. Literally, he's less than 2 feet from my bumper. In the snow, when it's new and it's fluffy and it's icy and they ain't put no salt down. Don't let nobody rush you. You go the pace God tell you to go. You hear me? Especially if you in front of them. No. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Be careful. Spiritually and while you're driving. See y'all later. This is why I love you. I would have jammed the brakes and then pulled the peacemaker. Auntie, I thought about it. But guess what? What if God let him? I mean, what if I did that and he knocked me into a tree? The trees around my house is big. I could have been trying to do something to hurt him and be so upset, and he could have rammed into me, and I would have never got the chance. But my thought was to hurt him, and I could have died. You know what I mean? I be thinking about that. Because I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, but I just put my hat, like, bro, you're not gonna rush me. I could be keeping you safe. You know? For real. Because I just seen some. Listen, tree, I'm not playing with nature. Nature gonna trump us every time. That's why I love you. That's why I love your thought process. Auntie, I be scared. I do. I ain't gonna lie to you because I don't know. Like, I be feeling like I barely have made it out all these different times with the hair on my chinny chin chin. So I don't be trying to tempt fate. You hear me? I don't be trying to give God a reason to sit up on his throne and be like, oh, for real? I don't. Because he don't play. And I don't have time to be in the hospital all crumpled up. Like, I'm cool. I don't want it. I said I'm going to go out tomorrow with my bow and arrow since it's snowing. And just shoot at some trees. That's what I'm going to do to keep my time. I'm going to get up early in the morning and go outside and shoot my bow and arrow. That's what I'm going to do. And try to hit some targets. That's what I'm going to do. I need to learn how to use this thing. And it's just been sitting over here with hangers on it. Oh! See? I need to get working on this bad baby. So I need to learn. I need to put my scope and stuff on there. I don't think I did that yet. I didn't. I'm going to spend my time doing something wise. I might have to be hunting me some rabbits here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just spend my time wisely because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm tired of getting in trouble. I do not want to get in trouble. You stay safe out there. People crazy. Yeah, I'm good. This is the thing, right? God knows exactly what we need. And sometimes we don't allow him to change us. And so we keep seeing the same thing. It's like moving the box from one room to the other. Won't get rid of it. And I don't know about y'all. I don't want to keep living the same existence. I don't want to keep living the same experiences. I don't want to keep looking at the same stuff. You know what I mean? I want new things. And I don't mean like I don't want the old. What I mean is like, God, I want to have a new reason to love you every day. I want to have a new reason to thank you that I made this choice every day. You know what I mean? Tired of reruns. Come on. Come on, that part. I don't want no more of them. They can do whatever they want. Would I like to have some of the things that I like back? Yes. But if I got to go back to how I was living at first, unsure, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to. No. Yeah, I think I done lost my arrowheads. I don't even know where I put them. I put them somewhere. I done moved this thing around so much. I don't even know where my arrowheads is. Hopefully they in there in my office box. That's great. I don't know. Anyway, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Yours will. Hey. Well, hello. I'm about to go now. Find me something to eat and probably go watch this movie. Auntie just sent me. Yes. Movie night. I'll see y'all in the morning. I love y'all.